So we all know about predictive programming, but I was just reminded of a conversation that I had with my cousin, which is the main part of this video that I wanted to share on predictive programming, because I had a download a couple of years ago on perhaps how we can prevent, like when we see different videos that people make and piece together the clues, we can actively prevent these things from happening by bringing it from the subconscious to the conscious mind, and just collectively, well, on an individual level, but it reverberates into the hive mind, the collective hive mind. So the more people that do this, the more we're actively potentially preventing events from taking place. And the other thing that I wanted to add to this before the video plays or the recording is that I don't think like every movie and every piece of information that's in books, movies, etc. are quote unquote predictive programming, as much as I think it's us channeling. And we have the ability of prophecy, but because of like the lower frequencies on the planet, or the misaligned frequencies in this realm, and just like the genetic manipulation and everything that's been done to us, we don't have, or some people do have more access than others, but the majority of us have very limited access and knowledge of the prophetic abilities that we have. And at any given moment, we are either channeling the shadow or higher divine consciousness, or some frequency in between, right? Like everyone's tuned to a certain radio station basically. So like it just depends on in what moment, because say you're tuned to a higher frequency or higher radio station, and then you go online or you watch the news, and then you automatically get put in a different, it changes your radio station to like a lower vibration. So then you're only able to see certain things that are on that radio station. Which is why I could watch something at the same time you watch something, and I can see things in the movie that jump out at me, that are completely different than what you hear or see. And it's because of our radio stations are tuned differently. So basically what I was thinking is like, I think just based on like art and everything that I know or everything that I've seen, is that at any given moment, we are channeling either the shadow or some form of consciousness on whatever level that is. So we think that we're just like free writing, and that's why they say like writing is so magical, because like if you just like write a story or something like that, like you could actually, you're channeling something. So one, you want to protect yourself prior to doing this so you don't channel any shadow aspects, which could actually play into the quote unquote negative events that they want to happen. But like we actually, like when you look through all the movie scripts and you read a book and stuff like that, and different things jump out, and it's like, wait a second, this links to this and this links to that, and everything links to something on some frequency band, and some storyline play out. So it's like, what if, unbeknownst to us, we are actually, like, I'm going to write a book, but the things that I'm writing about are actually future prophetic events that I'm tapping into in that state. Because it's almost like when you, I can't remember, it's like such a basic thing. It's like not free writing, but you understand what I'm trying to say. Automatic writing. Like when you do automatic writing and you do the protection bubble around you first, like you're pulling from the higher consciousness, like maybe connecting, like kind of like you're going into like a trance state or a form of self-hypnosis where you're able to then transcend space and time in that 0 point field and bring in things that are actually prophetic. And I think that's more so what is going on. In addition to, obviously, I do believe that that the shadow side is working through people to put every little detail in the movies, whether they actively know it or not. Like, you know, down to every last detail in the movies, like the numbers, because the vibration of numerical patterns and things like that have like a very profound impact on us. So anyway, I want you guys to listen to the rest of the video, because I think that we can easily prevent these things from happening with all of the videos that people are making now about all the movies and all of the quote unquote predictive programming. But it's just like put out there in a fear way with no solution. But that's the thing, like we need to start thinking on a solution based level, and not just like, oh, I'm going to make this movie or I'm going to put together this video on these things that I think that I see, but like we're not actively taking it from the subconscious to the conscious and saying no to it. So I'm really interested in what you guys think. So please put anything, there's no wrong answers. So put anything that you guys think of when you see this stuff, like in the comment section, please. You know what I was just thinking about today? Because I was going to post like a collection of the things that I was seeing lately about the Croton Dam and the possible connection with the new $100 bill with was it $100? Well, definitely the $100, but I think maybe the $20 as well, with like the dam and the dam breaking. And everyone said it was the Hoover Dam. But anyway, like I was gonna post it and I just felt like don't post it. And then I was thinking, like, if we have like the power of life or death on our tongue and we say things without thinking about it first, like all the predictive programming that they put in everything, I don't necessarily think it's because they have to tell us what they're going to do, but they essentially come up with a plan of what they are going to do. And they put it in all of these movies and shows that are the most popular, and that are going to be seen by the most people. And essentially, when we see these things, these subliminal messaging, we then are subconscious, because everything we see is stored in our memory, whether we just don't remember it because of all the genetic manipulation that's been done to us, but it's in there in our subconscious. And so the subliminal messaging, if our minds are as powerful as I believe them to be, that means that, and we're operating on 95%, essentially, like around 95% of our subconscious is what is leading us, which is why our phones are basically like what we see when we're told, be careful what you see, be careful what you hear. And what we see and what we hear are molding our thoughts, what we think is going to happen. And so therefore the subliminal messaging is controlling our subconscious. So unaware or unbeknownst to us, we, with our powerful minds, are essentially creating or putting our subconscious belief and thoughts into what we see and we are basically making it come true. Like, we are creator beings, and they know this. So it's kind of like when they put, like, McDonald's, for example, like, they put the colors red and yellow, and they put like a happy song, because they know that sound frequency and light wave frequency and vibration is what dictates our mood. So they try to, in every way, everything that they do, they try to get us through all of these things that we're unaware of to act against against ourselves. So, like, by creating a false flag, or like putting all the subliminal messaging in there, for example, about, say, the book of Revelation. And they can put headlines like, the Euphrates River is drying up, and this and that. And because we've been pre-programmed to believe that these certain things mean it's the end of the world, we then believe it's the end of the world, and collectively, the power of our hive mind is creating these things, not necessarily them. Like, our belief is giving the power for these things to happen in the astral, ritualistically. Like, we are giving them the power to make it happen, basically, for all of these events. So that's the download I got today. Like, and that's why I feel like my intuition, God, the universe was like, do not post these things, because the messaging is wrong. The messaging that needs to be going out when we see these subliminal messages is to post it in a way where we let everyone know about what I just said. And therefore, we collectively take it from the subconscious to the conscious, and then say no to it. Like, we consciously say no to it collectively, using the hive mind that they're trying to use against us. Anyway, I was just thinking about that, and I'm going to make a post about it. But now I'm going to be coming at it from a different way, these things from a different way, because the more people that know about this, we can, like, the September 23rd predictive programming and the 9/11 stuff, like, they had the first 9/11, it seems like they always do events in the same area at least twice, probably 3 times, because the number 3 seems to rule in this world. So, like, they did the false flag, Twin Tower event, and then they put predictive programming in for the main event. And so we already had it in our mind of what supposedly already happened there. So they'll do like a little event, and then we collectively somehow manifest the bigger ones, is what I'm thinking. Sorry, I'm just like thinking out loud, but very interesting. So we need to be careful about what we believe. Like, that's what they want, it seems.